That's right, it's time for a live play, as opposed to all of those other times that have been dead plays. Although obviously with it being Graveyard Keeper, of course, it is dead plays as well as live plays. But forget that, forget. It is live play, which is surprisingly dead, because we're doing Graveyard Keeper where everyone's dead, Dave. They are all dead as dead can be. Or are they alive and looking at me? I don't know. I don't care. Welcome back, Oni, with your smelly cheese. There wasn't much more to that. I didn't have much beyond smelly cheese. They could be both of these things. They could be living and dead. Are you a madman? There's no such thing as living and dead. Oh wait, there's the skull friend. Ooh, skull friend. Ooh, skull friend. Skull friend. Ooh. And of course we do have zombies in our area as well. Hello. Where the fuck is that from? Hello. I don't know. There's distinctly something that rings a bell from that. I have been playing 106.5 days. That is quite impressive. But that is still less than half of my first game. And yeah, it has been a long time since we did a Dragon Quest Builders 2 and a Graveyard Keeper. You can see it slightly more distinctly there with the sort of 17th of December. But I guess we did Christmas specials, didn't we? It nearly killed me, but we did do a Christmas special. It nearly killed everything else, I suppose. But I guess, look on the silver lining of the issues we had over Christmas. It did force me into actually bothering to transfer over to OBS, the original. The original gangster OBS. What the fuck were we doing? Oh, that's the key problem that we've got right now. There was a certain amount of fishing I was doing. I was trying to sort of fish my way to glory. Get back home, snake to find the magic materials, yeah. Cognac keg, that's probably something we can do relatively easily without caring too much. Get the Necronomicon, that's from the astrologer, but we would need to get some acid first, which we can make in our basement at some point. Silver wine, that kind of means we need grapes a bit more. Battle horseshoes, create and send. Okay, I know battle horseshoes are off of my thing here, I believe. No. Excuse me. No, apparently that is not where I do battle horseshoes. Interesting. I really thought it would be. Unless, of course, battle horseshoes only turn up when I upgrade to the next anvil, which requires a new ingot. A steel ingot. Oh, yes, we need graphite. I've been struggling to figure out where I get graphite from, which could prove problematic. But yeah, first thing we perhaps want to do is figure out where we want to put some of this stuff, because we are running out of storage space. Put the fish away. That's my building permission, but I can't remember what for. We'll take those bits of peat up to the... Take them up to the old... oh yeah, you struggle to get past the toilet. The outhouse gets right in the way. Yes, it does. It will prove frustrating. This is your grape patch. So we want earth in this one anyway. And yeah, fuck it, we'll leave the maggots there as well. We've got a bunch of faith. You gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. You gotta have faith. But do we have any sort of stuff we need to sell? No, not really. So we'll just sort of take a slow wander. Slow wander into town. Slowly wander into the town. And as I say, to a certain extent, there's an element of hope. I think I know where to get grape seeds. I just need to deal with the merchant. What did the merchant want? Bring merchant a trade license. Okay, that one's fairly crucial. And then the other one, cure for his curse, which is off with the witch again. Can't remember what else I can do with the witch. I need to be building magical fruits and cauldrons and stuff. And get a memory potion or something. I'm going to have to really start knuckling down. No, there's silver nuggets. Not bad, but not exactly what I wanted. There's another one of those mounds. We're just looking at the moment for suspicious mounds. We can't go on together with suspicious mounds. Oh, there we go, we found it. Excellent. Or at least we found something. Oh, I can't take it. Where's my cognac? Look, it's something metal and big. Holy sword, it can't be. The Keeper's archaeological machine. Your friends? The one who buried the cognac? No, before him, a cool inventor and zombie creator. And believe me, this machine is much more useful than a simple keg of cognac. I'm confused. How many keepers were there? This is a real treasure. Dude, it could even help you return home. Dig it up, quickly. Keeper, stop. Damn, see you in the cellar. Only landowners may dig in the village's land. Moreover, everything in the village's land is public property. Listen, what about... Sorry, but you're too poor to bribe me. How do you know? You don't know my financial situation. Anyway, what I also need to do... We need to talk to Jerry, and then I need to get permission to build on that land. I'm not sure if there's too many more. I think now I've found the correct thing, which is almost a shame, because... Oh no, there's one. You can get some interesting bonus items by doing all the mounds. Although one of those bonus items is apparently a skull, which is not convenient for me. He's got his little pot farm on the go. What else do you sell? Ding dong. I am bing bong bing bong. Is that acid or cedar? Cedar. Hemp rope, hemp seeds, yeah. It's all good. He's just a little pot farmer. Leave him be. He ain't doing anyone any harm. Well, apart from those people who overdosed. But we don't talk about the people who overdosed. So do you have anything of interest? No, I don't think you do. Paper, ink, knowledge if I particularly need it. But I think we should be okay not doing that. We are up to sort of second tier here. So we do have good rod available. I don't know what sort of rod do we have. I'm assuming I've got the simple rod, but yeah, I do. I'll tell you what, I will take your good rod from you, sir. And a steel lure. Steel lure. Yeah, we'll take a steel lure as well. Just the one, because I can only really sort of afford one. So that's fine. Have I automatically equipped my good rod? No, I need to equip good rod. There we go. I probably keep my simple fishing rod. Because it may be simple, but it's mine. And I do like things that are mine. So I'll pop that in with the other things. I don't think you can examine a fishing rod, interestingly enough. Not that that's hugely pertinent, but we'll keep the steel lure on me. Silver nuggets. We'll put in the main sort of doings chest for that area, and then we'll head underground to possibly deposit this skull somewhere appropriate. I don't know if I've got a place for an appropriate skull. I think it's a bookshelf at the moment. Well, it's a skull shelf. If you put a skull on a bookshelf, it's a skull shelf. No, we may have skulls elsewhere. Does skulls stack? Yes, skulls stack. That's always helpful to have skulls stacking. I've sort of been neglecting my kind of actual body duties, really, but you know, I've got like 3 bodies in the morgue. Got the bodies in the morgue, got the bodies in the morgue, got the bodies in the boom boom morgue. In fact, I've got a lot of bodies like rotting away here. 2-star, no skulls. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think the problem is I've not been keeping up with my wood supply either, so I need to sort of deal with that. We'll deal with this, chopping down this tree and then trying to get some billets. Getting the billets. I don't think I'm going to be able to make them a massive train out of this, but we'll not worry too much about that because I've got to wander back here anyway with the billets. Farm's done. I just realised I don't. Oh yeah, I suppose I'm getting an infinite wood, aren't I? Which is quite useful. So what we just want to do is just, I mean, fuck it. 50. It's probably going to be the end of my day. Just making wood billets. Sometimes the one slight flaw that if they ever do like a second one of these, that'd be quite good, is not have you be pushed off of your own workbench by the items you're trying to work on. It doesn't make that much difference. It's just slightly inconvenient if you have to try and push yourself back on the point, back on the old bench thing. I mean, that one's a saw bench, isn't it? Have we got a saw bench? No, I put ointment on it the other day. It's very much a fixed bench now. Right, let's finish off those billets and get them over to the burning room, the furnace room. I think there is a sort of actual furnace-y area. So I could possibly build an actual thing for doing this, but still, for now, we'll just build 4 of these, because I've got many billets. And now we jump, 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 hammer. Why would you chomp your hammer? It does not make sense. But burning the bodies is probably more efficient at the moment, especially because they're shit bodies. Because I've been taking all their bits out. Taking their bits out and making little shows for the kids. They don't know it's a whole load of dead men's penises. They just look at it and go, oh look, it's a pretty puppet show. It's fine. What they don't know won't hurt them. And by that I mean it might do. It may very well hurt them quite a lot. But let's get to burning the bodies. I will check the one on the desk. I will double check that the soul's been removed from that one. I'm fairly certain the ones in the freezer, they are distinctly not. They distinctly do not have their soul. This one's sort of slightly rotting away, so it's not even going to be that good as a sort of zombie potential. Nope, I think the soul's gone from that. And I don't honestly think I need much in the way of bits from bodies. Oh, I do need skulls, I believe. Yeah, I need skulls for the skull thrones. So I will grab your skull, sir, and possibly any other. Is there any other key bits that I've left in there? Nah, not really. All I want is skulls. Skulls for the skull throne. Skulls all up in here. Put the body in. Okay, we've got salt. We can take the salt back to the kitchen whilst also transporting these logs, which will come in handy for extra billets. I'll just deposit it there. Grab that. Nope. Put it in, please. I believe I do still have 2 log homes. Yeah, I do. Which is beneficial. Because as I say, now I've got like an infinite wood situation happening. I don't want to lose out and have them not be bringing wood. But, I mean, it won't make that much difference. And now put the skull in the skull area. I'm putting my skull in the skull area. Yes, I am indeed. Right, I don't know why else I needed faith, but you know what? I'm going to try and get some of these studyings out of the way, especially like something like the wood billet. Yeah, the simple iron parts. Fuck it, go for it. Wooden beams, yeah, go on. Have a go. Have a go, son. Why not? Nope. Flitch we can study though. It's probably quite short. Oh, actually, I remember why I wanted faith now. So that was short-sighted, because now I no longer have that faith. But never mind. Put the story away. Other than that, yeah, we'll just need to build more faith. Do we? I think you needed faith to build. I think that desk is busy at the moment, or is it? This one? No, prayer for faith. Yeah, I needed extra faith for the prayer for faith. Wonderful. And I need golden chapters, ideally. Well, I buggered that one, didn't I? Buggered it right up there, but never mind. We'll not worry about it, because if you don't worry about it, it can't hurt you. Let's just do a casual prayer. Hey lads, listen to my prayers now. Would you like to say a few words? Our church is great. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. In fairness, the sheer volume of people does get me a fair amount of faith in one sitting. So, we just have to hope I don't forget to lose the... I don't forget about it and use the faith again. But this is a very good way of getting money. If you ever play this game, I would highly recommend always doing a church service on the Sunday. It is entirely necessary, because it fills you with money. And that money can be used to get exhumation permissions, for starters, but also trade licenses, which I need 65 happiness, which I do actually have 65, but I don't have 50 gold coins. So more services are required. Righty-ho. Well, there's more wood here, so we'll grab that and carry on going here. What else do we need for a second columbarium? We need... And a wooden prayer station wouldn't go amiss, but we need a little book for that. But the stone columbarium... Is that the only columbarium we've got? Yeah. So cut stone and 6 more urns, which... And a few more boards as well, but that's not huge here. Boards is very simple to get your hands on. They just get chopped up from this wood, and as we know, I've got infinity wood, so I'm not fussed by boards. I will possibly need polishing paste though. Yes, I do need polishing paste. Let's go get myself some polishing paste. I do have a supply of polishing paste. And now we want a polished brick of stone. Well, having said that, there is an alternate way there, isn't there? Which might be easier. Oops, no. Yes. Yes, I'd like you to do that. Not enough reason? What are you talking about, you fucking idiot? Maybe I don't have stone? No, it's simply possible. Let's trash that stone into a bunch of little stones. So what do you do all day in prison? Well, you smash up all these big stones into little stones, and then you have to cement all those little stones back into big stones. That's a reference to Hancock's Half Hour, I believe. Certainly a reference to something. I'm fairly certain it's Hancock's Half Hour, when he was describing what he was doing in a prison. They get you to smash up all these big blocks into tiny bits, and they make you cement all the tiny bits back into big blocks again. Let's get these stones now. I have run out of space. I don't really want to destroy it. Oh, I suppose we... yeah, that's one of the crucial things I wanted to... Let's do another 4 billets. Which is more than 4 billets, but that's not the point. In fact, I've run out of space for billets, that's fine. Or have I? No, yes I have. Let's transfer our billets over to the area where we burn the bodies. We burn the boids. Yes. Also, we'll replace our spent crematorium piles, place for burning corpses. In fact, that is pretty much all the billets gone again. Jesus. I do like to make sure my billets are done Well, what we'll do, we'll teleport to the dead horse, because I think hopefully we can just pop in here and go Tradingtons. Do all 3 of those. Is there anything that you have that I would want? Onion rings, but other than that, no, not really. So finish the offer. I will just take the cash for those. Hello, I'm offering cash for gold. Which way round it is, I do not know. Are you giving me the gold? Oh, good, yes, fair enough. Or am I giving you the cash? I'm giving you the cash and the gold. That doesn't sound like a good deal to me. It's good enough. And good enough really is. I have to take a relatively slow path. A burn! Is that because I've been dealing with a crematorium? Or is that one of those symbols that says everything's died and it's gone off? I can never tell. And paranoia dictates that it's probably gone off. Let the boys hit the floor, let the boys hit the floor, let the boom boom boys hit the floor. If I didn't mention it, that is another reference to Goes Wrong Show, because they have a thing written on the side of the wall in their horror special. They sort of did a gag where they did this thing where we do want wooden beams, but I've not got enough space for wooden beams, I don't think. Or do I have... Ah, I've already got some wooden beams on me. That's helpful. Very helpful indeed. But yeah, they have it flash up and it's spelt wrong. So it says, there will be more boys. As opposed to what it's supposed to say, of course, which is there will be more bodies. Righty-do-de-do-de-do. Let's pop some stone in the thing. That'll do. Right, we want that. Yes and no. Ooh. Not more boys. We've had just enough of them. It's intriguing, because that makes it sound like the actual name of a person, Boyd. Which I believe is possibly more an American name than an English name, but I don't know for certain. But there is like an American name, Boyd, I believe. Because I used to watch a program called Justified, which was Timothy Oliphant. That's going to attract to me, yeah. Do I have enough space for that? No, I don't. Oh, I also haven't actually finished those, which is a shame. But yeah, there was a sort of antagonist, but not necessarily the worst. It was that sort of relationship, because the main character was a copper. And he had sort of a friend, a childhood friend who became a criminal. And that childhood friend was called Boyd Fowler. All of the pointless information you're getting today. Right, what we want ideally is ceramic funeral urns. Yes, ideally we want more than 3, but still, we got to go to sleep. We've got to go to sleep. Well, we don't have to go to sleep. I could have eaten one of my cabbage sauerkrauts, but for now, since I'm just pottering around, I might as well go to bed. If you just end up pottering about, you then can go to bed, feeling refreshed. Oh yes, that's what we like to hear. We're heading to the graveyard anyway, so we'll go overground. Every now and again, it's enjoyable to go underground, but no matter which way you go, you are always wombling free. But what we can do is stash our bits in there. So 4 of the well, I think we'll put all of the cut stone in. I beat you to it, yes. I mean, in fairness, I had the advantage, didn't I? I knew where I was going from the moment I started speaking. So you were unlikely to get ahead of me, considering I knew exactly where the statement was going. It wasn't accidental that I started the phrase overground and then went straight into underground. But still. Right, well, let's deal with this body. Since it's just turned up, we should be able to whip its soul out. Oh, the moment I said it, you were trying to beat me to it. Alright, let's swing by it. Pop him in the old soul extractor. Extract his soul. Right, so we've got a harmed soul. Now we need to figure out how to best to heal the soul. And I'll hold my hands up. I don't fully understand this mechanic. I'm just sort of having a go and seeing what I can accomplish. So what we want to do is pop the harmed soul in and heal the soul. It seems to do some level of working out. So now I do have sin shards and healed soul. So now we put the healed soul in the soul portal and send the soul on its way. And then we get some soul gratitude points. Cool, I think. I don't. Excuse me. I don't fully understand it, but it seems to go somewhere. So it can't be all bad. Oh, crafting. Organs modification. Interesting. What? Oh, I see. You can put the sin shards into a heart. So I could start sort of whipping hearts out of people and then putting sort of like good hearts back into people and stuff. I'm guessing is the idea. So here, soul container. Oh, I guess that's if you don't... I don't know why you'd want that. I suppose if you can't heal the soul immediately, maybe you can put it in the soul container. 4 stone blocks. Okay, well, that might not be a terrible idea to grab. But we'll deal with this as well, since I'm right next to it, and might as well get it built. But 4 stone blocks we probably can get our hands on easily enough. So let's go... Let's just walk back to Sweet Home and get ourselves 4 stone blocks, which is... We'll get 6, but that's fine. We'll put a couple spare in the area beneath. Although having said that, we might be able to get sort of... Go and find a rock. Just a spare rock, please. No, I don't think there's another spare rock up there. We have to... Ideally, I need to try and get some more zombies, because I've got a beautiful supply of wood now. What I need is several more zombies so that I can have a good supply of sort of other bits and bobs, other bits and pieces. So stone, metal ore, all of that stuff. And now we've got another soul trap. Not that I've got... I mean, you don't... It's part of me thinking you don't really get enough souls to really warrant the amount of soul traps that I've put in here, but... Never mind. Never mind. I can't extract those crystals just yet. And now, what we want to do is fiddle around with this body. I think we'll just take the skull and the meat and then leave it be. Yeah, that'll do. Skull and meat for me. Well, the meat is for whatever I end up doing with the meat, and the skull is for the skull throne. While that's burning, I will fix up these other crematorium sites. Pyres, I suppose, technically, isn't it? Pyres. Which is another game I should play. I should try and get around to playing Pyre at some point. I have recently been playing quite an enjoyable little one called... does help if you can remember the name of it. Unavowed, that's the name of the game. It's a point-and-click adventure. Pro has had a lot to answer for, because I've suddenly gotten back into my point-and-click adventures a little bit more, which is nice. But yeah, I've had Unavowed sort of lurking around for quite some time, and I finally got round to going, do you know what, I'm going to have a crack at that. It's actually quite fun. Supernatural style stuff. Pyre is very weird and was not what people expected. Well, see, sometimes this is a humongous negative, and other times it's quite useful in that I don't really have an expectation of it. So it can't sort of trump my expectation, because there is no expectation. Good, right. Skulls in a wall. Right, I'll throw it open to the people. Would you like me to finish off my skulls in a pillar? Would you like me to finish off my skulls in a column, or skulls in a wall first? I should say Pyre is my favourite Supergiant game. Oh, well, that suggests... I mean, I know Supergiant are exceptional at what they do anyway, so... Skulls in the wall. Skulls in a wall it is. We put more skulls in the wall. Don't think I have to build anything there, do I? No. So we'll just deposit this one skull and then wait for 4 more skulls to turn up. I say turn up. I do have to extract them from the thing. Now let's finish off a bunch more of this paper while I've got the moment, because I've just remembered one of the other things. I did get the stamp, the official stamp, and at that point I can now start building meat for sale. Meat for sale, meat for sale. Come on, everybody roll up, roll up, roll up. Get your meat for sale. There we go, yeah, package of meat. Oh, we can also do a ceramic urn, which we'll do in the morning. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight. Getting all my energy back. Should go down in the dungeon in the not too distant future as well. Crack a few more levels of that out. Pyre has a lot of talking in it, not a ton of gameplay. Yeah, that's fair. Most people came to the game expecting a weird basketball-like game. Interesting. And they got a visual novel instead. Ah. Fascinating. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll do 9 packets of meat. And just to clarify, this is the meat I've been taking out of corpses. Just in case you were unaware. I just wanted you to make certain that you knew that I am about to sell meat to a pub that is fresh from my corpses. I'll tell you what, since as we just heard word of a new corpse, I'm going to do a bonus one of those because I'll be able to fill in the gap. And now let's put the paper. So put the paper in there. I will take the urn to the church. Piggies? No. We have no piggies in this world. In fact, I think that might actually be true. I don't think there is any pigs in this world. I happen to really enjoy the story and the setting, so I could not have cared less about what other people thought it would be. That's fair. That's fair. In fact, if anything, that is exactly the right attitude to have. Frankly. Put 1 more of those in there. And then, yeah, I think at this point we will teleport to the dead horse and sell him some meat. Although that's not actually going to score any accomplishments at the moment, but it will score me 48 copper, which... Oh no, I think that's 48 copper per piece, which means I've now... Wait. Did it? I feel like my money went down, but I suppose it must have gone up. I must just be being a derp. The derpiest of derp hamsters. Dogs? I'm not sure if there's dogs in here. I'm just going to let the teleport stone charge. I might have to be out of the inventory to allow it to charge. But we do want to get back to Sweet Home so that we can go downstairs and deal with the body. Whew. It's never ending. Well, it's actually ending because there is no way of getting any more bodies until I put more carrots in the box. And I might give it a moment before I extract his soul. I might give it a moment before I put any more carrots in the box so that I can possibly try and focus on a couple of other bits and bobs. We'll leave the body in there for now. We'll try and get this soul dealt with immediately. Heal the soul. I heal your soul. I heal you. Your soul is healed, my friend. Your soul is healed. And now, yeah, I mean, I think the point is to just send it on its way, because that's how you get these gratitude points. I'm fairly certain it's gone up from... Oh, I suppose maybe it's gone up because I built the other soul trap? I really don't understand. We don't understand. But there you go. 2 more stones for that, that's fine. Anything of any pertinence in my inventory at the moment? No. Let's go deal with the body. Take it away. Take its skull and its meat. And then burn it in the fields. Fleischer. I think if you want a really good sort of quality body, you don't want to take the flesh. And you don't want to take the skull. The only things you can take for free, I think, are blood and fat. Everything else will have either a positive or negative on your skull rating. But as I'm not really focused too heavily on burying bodies at the moment, it doesn't make too much difference. Burn that body, grab that document, and then we'll probably want to go back to this fucking pub in a moment. we'll deal with this first. We should be able to fit all of the stuff in our inventory from this, and then go straight to the pub to sell the death certificates. Well, they are technically classified as burial certificates, but you do get them for burning bodies as well, which is quite helpful. The only way you... Oh, I can't pick up the salt. Well, that's fine. Dead horse, and sell the burial certificates. Trade in the burial certificates. 3 silver. Fine. Not great, but fine. It's not great that I got a butt fine. But, you know, when you wiggle it as provocatively as I do, you can't help but get butt fines. There is a way of, like, I do need to start trying to get a little bit more sort of friendly with these people. But I can't remember precisely how to get as friendly as you can with these people. But still. That's of no real consequence. That's of no real consequence. I'm just sort of wandering around, seeing if anything leaps out at me and makes me go, oh yes, no, I must. Well, I should probably go meet with Adam at some point. I don't think we've ever actually encountered Adam properly. Right, meat in the meat stash. We want. I think we can. Yeah, we can just make one more urn. Which, if we do that and then pop to the underground, we can deposit the skull, then pop up at the church and deposit the urn. Which I think we're still 1 away from the correct amount of urns that I need. We'll see. We'll see. I may be wrong. I may get lucky. And end up being... Nope, I'm correct. We are 1 away. Now this prayer station, we need more flitch, which is not a problem. But we do also need 1 book of a sort of... I'm assuming it can be of any variety possibly, but the fact that you can't go up and down makes me think maybe it does actually have to be a book of bronze quality. So let's go down in mid study area and see if I can accomplish book. I might not be able to, depending on which desk it is. No, okay, I think it is the other desk. So let's get rid of this paper. Deal with this. I might have a look, see about depositing some of this paper in as science, and then possibly taking some to the kitchen. But I'm not going to get through all of this paper because I initiated far too much paper. Yes, let's do sort of. Fuck it, we'll put it all in science. All in the science. The science of me, the science of you, and the science for tea. Right, so I think we've got a hand mixer. I think we've got a study table. Yeah, because that's the table I keep using to study things on. Hence the name study table. Alchemy workbench. I don't think we've got an alchemy workbench. I'm going to need to figure out how to get conical flasks. Alchemy mill I don't think we've got. Distillation cube I don't think we've got either. Church workbench, yes. Alchemy racks, desk, scroll shelf, yes. So really it's figuring out these conical flasks. Now, do I have the technology to do conical flasks in general? Or are we not there yet? Right, we haven't actually learnt how to do books yet. So that's not helpful. Or rather, we've not got the ability to do covers at the moment. Inventing stories would be useful. But for now, let's double check in with glass blowing. There we go. Oh dear. Okay, well, we'll get glass blowing. I'm going to have to try and get some more blues to build into that. Better tools wouldn't... Wrong button every time. Okay. Graphite. Crafted at the furnace. Yes, please. We do need some graphite. Excellent. Let's go back to beddy bye-byes. Have a night. Well, actually, I'm sleeping through the day, which is not optimal. Not a wise decision, I find. I suppose, arguably, if you do a load of stuff at night, it doesn't make that much difference, but I find it difficult. I think it's because years ago I went through a phase of not getting up until like 2 o'clock, and I didn't like that. Well, I eventually decided I didn't like that anyway. Right, graphite. So what did I actually need graphite for? Steel ingots. So yes, we will get a bunch of graphite, which is made from my coal. Which means I'm going to have to try and figure out where I got the coal from in the first place. I mean, that must be a thing that is available somewhere. I just don't remember where. I don't think it was the quarry. I think it was off of the quarry somewhere else. I might be wrong. But there you go. Yeah. Now I suppose I don't know when that's going to be done, so I suppose let's have a wander around and see what we can find here. We do need a load more stone, so what I might do is just mine a bunch of stone here. Oh, okay. I did not realise it was quite as late as it was. I suppose I specified this is the other negative for this game, at least, when it comes to sleeping through the day. I'm just going to destroy those batwings. Can't be fucked with them. I'm destroying the batwings, so I cannot be fucked by batwings. Because I do not need that hospital appointment, frankly. Excuse me, sir. How did you get batwings stuck up your rear? I was trying to be fucked by them. It was not a good plan, and as it turned out. Now I've just got leathery wings attached to my rear end. I'm going to try for like a fairly hefty train of these. I say hefty. I'm thinking maybe... Stop mining. Fuck's sake, man. There we go. Problem is, it's easy enough doing it like this, but now suddenly I need to go this way, and it's pretty much impossible. I mean, I could line them up and try, but I think it's going to be quicker not to bother. Truth be told. Sometimes you got to know when to just go, no, that's not going to be quicker. But what we'll do is we'll try and bring these back and see if the graphite's done, and then we might be able to build a steel ingot in some fashion. There we go. Never surrender. Dang it. See, it's just quicker. Just quicker not to bother. You tell those rocks who's boss. I will try. But, oh, no. Get in the pile of rocks, please. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Gotta build a henge or two. That is possible. It's not possible. That made it sound like you could actually build a henge in the game. As far as I'm aware, you cannot build a henge in the game. But maybe. Maybe I will consider at some point trying to build a henge in the game. But at the moment, I'm just going to grab a load of rock, because I am surprisingly low on rock. But again, this would be where if I can try and get my hands on more zombies, then it will be slightly more convenient. Because the zombies can pretty much be put in charge of almost everything. I can put zombies, if I want to, I can... I mean, with the zombies, the plan, I think, at the moment, is I'll probably try and get a zombie farm down here, so I'll get an automated farm at some stage, and then I'll have a zombie in this area where I can grab him, put him on that station, grab him, put him on that station, grab him, put him on that station, because I don't think you need a zombie per station. I think that's overkill. Right, what we'll do, because we've got a load of these wood billets again, which in fairness, you know, is exactly what I want. I do want shed loads of wood. That's the whole point. They aren't zombies, they're mortally challenged indeed. They're just bees with zom written on them. We're not going to get all these billets built, but never mind. What we'll do is deposit these billets at the appropriate location, which is pretty much the crematorium area. So as arguably we might end up at least planning out the rest of the crematorium bits. And now we've got a load of salt as well. So we'll pop that in there, pop that in there, and now we'll pop the rest of the billets in there for later. That's the ticket. And then I think probably about putting away time. Let's get to sweet home. Pop the salt in the chest. Still can't quite remember where that building permission comes from. Oh, I do now have my graphites. No, I don't have enough energy to do anything with my graphites, unfortunately. But where? Oh, I think, yeah, you need to pop it back in the furnace. Well, I might as well have the 4 ingots. And I don't actually need energy for that, so that's not too bad. But what we will do is just give it a little savey. Well, I'll give it a rest. That'll auto save it, and then we'll pop it away. Which is fair enough indeed. But there we go. We are back in the swing of Dragon Quest Builders 2 and Graveyard Keeper. Which arguably, they are two very, very long-winded, very slow games. Which is probably not the best of choice. Pop it away, pop it away, pop it away now. I can't tell if I'm a kingpin or a popper. I'm assuming you were referencing Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Otherwise, it's a hell of a coincidence. But let's have a look. Let's see what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be worthwhile trying to find something. Some form of raidable. But we know how badly it goes with raidables. Because I tend to be quite an awkward thing where I can't make a decision. And in fairness, I suspect most people probably want to go to bed, but we shall see. We shall see indeed. We shall see here. Do 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 do. Biddy 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 bee. Biddy 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 bee. Biddy 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 bee. Biddy biddy bee. Okay, so there's nothing obvious in that area. We've got a couple of old ones available there. I suppose we could look up Graveyard Keeper, see if anybody else is playing the keeping of the graveyard. The graveyard, yes. Is anybody else playing the keeping of the graveyard? There's a few people here, it would seem. Nothing leaping out. Am I gonna be bogged down by fussiness again? Yes. Well, at least that's straightforward. Let's see if anybody's doing Dragon Quest Builders. Whoops, no, I've just searched Dragon, which I suppose arguably is not terrible, but there is the little bit of Dragon Quest, and in fact they're in exactly the same area as I am. There's a couple earlier, question mark, yeah, that looks like Furrowfield, Crumbledin, and don't immediately recognise that one. That's the main builder's island. Nah, do you know what? Fuck it. You can go to ducks of some kind. Well, I say ducks. I'm not guaranteeing it's ducks. We'll have a look at other animals. Have a look at other animals. Have a look at other things. Could we? There we go. I was going to say, what I want is the sort of show tag for animals and doodles. Oh, I mean, that might not be a terrible choice. Because, you know, they're not exactly exotic, but, I mean, everybody likes them. Everyone likes them. So let's see. Not really doing much. I suppose arguably that's generally speaking what they do. It's a bit boring actually. I might leave it open, check back in a moment, see if it's moved. Otherwise, I might consider it to be dead. Maybe we will find something slightly more exotic. I don't know. I don't know indeed. We shall have a look. This is me looking for odd little things that we have a doing. And when they're up, and when they dim, and when they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down. Oh, creepy. No, I don't think I could expose you to that. Oh, they might be a bit more active. Diddly with a diddly and a diddly. So arguably, if I'm going to do this, I need the dashboard. Let's get my dashboard, my echo dashboard. I want the dashboard today. That's what it's either the Bill or Casualty, or possibly one of the other sort of Holby City ones or something. But well, I have managed to scroll through every single one of them. They again are fast asleep. That one is also fast asleep. I suppose that's the problem with some of these animal channels. A lot of the animals fast fucking asleep. These ones are a little bit more active. Fuck it, they'll do. I know. You eventually get to a point where it's fuck it, it'll do. Anyway, I don't want that on because otherwise that's going to screw everything up. Anyway, let's have a thinky winky woo before we do anything else. Tomorrow, we'll love you. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, you have the option of Mr. Nickerin.
Could you just fall off? I would be so happy if you just fell off right now.
I do love it when enemies are obliging. When you tell them not to, when you tell them to do something and they do something, it's very nice. He is no longer playing XCOM. Do you know his new game?
I'll take the win.
Or is it? Was it a new game last week, or was it finishing XCOM last week? Oh, actually, last week I don't think he was on. I might be mistaken in that regard. And it was Christmas Eve, so it wouldn't be no, it was New Year's Eve, so it wouldn't have been unreasonable. In fact, I suppose technically Malice stole last Friday, didn't he? Because it was New Year's Eve. So I'm assuming, considering, yeah, he was playing Space Marine with us. I say us, not you technically, but still. Anyway, he has taken suggestions from me for new stream games, so who the fuck knows? I see. Well, if you're up for a mystery game, you have Mr. Nickerin. If you are after painting bits and baubles, possibly, I don't know, you've built the... you can feel free to step in at any point in time and make statements, of course. But you've built your cement mixer and your scooper duper, so I don't know if your plan would possibly be to end up painting those tomorrow evening or not. You're testing a halfling BB team. Okay. As in playing? I'm assuming Blood Bowl we're talking BB. As opposed to sort of Bullbot or just plain old baby. Blood Bowl, sorry, that's fine. I guessed from the halfling team notion, but I was not 100% sure. But by testing, does that mean you're playing Blood Bowl, or are you painting up a halfling team? So in order to then test it. Either way, 10 o'clock I believe it would be. There may be painting, there may be games. I see. The PC game, fair enough. Anyway, there may be painting, there may be games. There may be an assortment of oddities with Mr. Blue Boosh tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock. He cooks as well. He waved that knife around like he was a serial killer. Well, I must admit, I missed all of your cookery things, so I definitely did not take this clip. Something so hilarious about the loom at the end there. It's like, oh. There's no way of doing that without looking like that when it comes to a camera. But just the face looming towards the camera. I've seen plenty of other, I'm not singling you out, I assure you, because I've seen plenty of other individuals who do that sort of cookery in the kitchen stream, where where they've set up the phone / camera, possibly usually the same device, admittedly, but usually you need something to be able to read the chat on as well, which I suppose arguably front-facing camera, I suppose, I don't know. But nonetheless, I've seen plenty of them sort of, I need to be able to read the chat, and they just loom up to the camera and get right up close, and it's just, it's quite alarming when it's like looming face. I am the looming face of evil. Anyway, I will be back Saturday for Saturday RPG. We will be going back to the usual schedule, so once again, we will be traversing the world of Final Fantasy. Very good game. I enjoy it, which I suppose arguably probably makes it a very terrible game, because if there is anything for you to learn, it is basically if I say I like something, it usually means it's shite. But anyway, I will say cheerio, then I'll do the raid, and then I will fuck off. And I suggest you possibly do the same. So here goes, cheerio.